Oh, that was...
It's always perfect. We just got it now.
Yeah, we
It's
just
that
have
chemistry.
it. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Wait.
No, my God.
You good?
Mate, we're going to take so many takes. We'll
Yeah,
have
no,
to cut.
it's
All right.
We don't cut. I found out that whole day. Welcome back to another podcast episode, everyone, of Alpha Nation. We've got your usual hosts, Coach Lizzie B, Hayden, and we've got our senior coach here today, Coach Brittany Smith,
Welcome.
whatever she prefers to be
Good to
called.
have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So we've gone about 5 episodes and we still haven't even seen her on the podcast.
Only 5 episodes, Hayden.
I'm pretty sure it's only been
This
6
is
episodes.
episode 7.
It's been 6 episodes and we still haven't had Britt on the podcast,
Yeah.
which is very disappointing.
Britt is the brains of Alpha.
Yeah.
She's our guiding light.
She is
She's our
like-
mentor.
One of our mentors, one of
She
2.
keeps us in line. She's got a little
Yeah.
whip that she pulls out.
She's the hard ass of the crew.
Yeah.
She's kind of like,
She
Keeps
keeps
you in
Greg
line.
in line, actually.
She keeps
When
Greg in line.
when Jess isn't there, Britt is keeping
I
him
take
in line.
over.
Yeah.
it's kind of her gig.
Yeah.
She gets off on the power trip. She loves it.
What can
And
I say?
If you ever want to bribe her, just buy a green tea
Yeah.
with milk in it.
Or Easter eggs.
Public service announcement. Green tea and milk do not go together.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. Not a thing.
Hayden.
At Wyoming Macca's.
At Miami Macca's. Actually, I'm pretty sure they just gave it to me with milk the first time. I just kept ordering it with milk. There was even one chick once who milk doesn't go with green tea. And I'm like, oh no, she gets it like this.
Why do you do that when Britt always says without milk?
Well, no, because she never told me. She told me once and I'm
Oh.
like, oh.
I just kept chucking it to the side.
Oh, you're
feel
so
bad.
nice.
I know, I'm a nice
That's
person.
so unlike you.
I'm so much nicer than my resting bitch face. So it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So, for everyone who doesn't know, Britt is our kind of nutrition consultant at Alpha. So, do you want to talk about what you've done, what
Yeah.
your kind of qualifications are?
So
everything like that?
I'm currently just waiting on my results for my to be a qualified nutritionist. I've just spent the past year doing a course through Martin McDonald. He's very evidence-based and everything to do with nutrition. So I've just spent the past year doing that. So I'm just waiting on my results and hopefully we find out in the next month what the verdict is. So we'll see. But
You have to wait a month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
brutal.
because it's like done. So I'm just like waiting
Yeah.
for it to.
Yeah.
It's all good in process.
Yeah, just waiting to see when I get the email. It says
Nice.
passed or failed. So we'll see what
We're
happens.
just waiting
But
to see if we've got a resident nutritionist.
yeah, that's actually what we were waiting for.
If
So
not, she's just another senior coach.
yeah, just seeing Coach Britt.
Just
So
a regular coach. Britt.
yeah, so that's what I've been doing the past year. So it's been really good. Have learnt a lot. Then which helps you guys as well because
Yeah.
I'm now
Obviously,
passed on
yeah.
the information to all the alphas.
So how long have you been with Alpha?
So I've been with Alpha for, I think we worked out, was it 3 years?
Yeah.
I think we just worked out 4. So 3 years with Alpha, but I've been training with Greg since I was 18.
Yeah,
so
right.
I started PT with Greg before I became a PT.
Yeah.
And then Greg put in a good word for me at any time.
Love it.
And then I worked under my own like personal training business
Yeah.
for the first year and a bit. And then Greg goes, want to be under Alpha as well. It's like, yeah, why not? So here I am and I
Love
haven't looked back.
it.
So
Wasn't it BKS Fitness or
yeah,
something like
BKS
that?
personal training.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, when we're in TAFE, they're like, do a business name. And that's what I did because it was my initials. And I stuck with it. And yeah.
And here you
And then
are.
here I
Here
am.
you are.
So
If you would like to see Brittany's before and after of training with Greg, head to our Instagram. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's well worth a watch.
Yeah.
Well worth the read, the look.
the look,
Well worth the look.
Yeah. Yeah. A
It
lot
is,
of, big difference.
It is a super impressive transformation.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
Because obviously you mentioned before, people look at you and they're like, oh, you've never had to go through this. You've never had to
Yeah.
diet down.
Yeah.
Go look at that fucking photo,
Yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of
She did.
people don't realise, they kind of see that they assume because you're a PT you've always been fit or you know what you're doing all the time and things like that.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of start somewhere to kind of get to where you are
Yeah.
now. And that's what happens with our clients as well. Like they've got to start somewhere to get to where they are. Or the clients who can squat heavy and deadlift heavy, they started with the bar
Yeah.
as well as most
Yeah.
people do. So
Oh,
yeah, it's a
We all
thing.
start from the bottom up,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, but it's good.
It's inspirational.
I've noticed Greg has that effect on people, but
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of his clients have gone on to do
We're going to
different
cut this
stuff.
so we can't hear this, right? And us being nice about him.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to edit it.
Yeah.
Just cut back to Greg's.
Yeah.
Greg's a barb.
Yeah.
I've been using barks so
Yeah.
I can bleep you out.
Yeah. I
It
heard
just
it.
kind of sounds like having a dog in the apartment.
I heard it because I was listening to it. I'm like, wait, what the fuck did the dog bark? I was like, I
So
don't remember
good.
that. And I'm
So
like,
good.
oh.
I said the C word. Well, you said the C word.
You said the C word.
But you are right. Greg does have that effect on people, and that's
Yeah.
why he's in the industry he is. That's why he's got so many transformations. That's why we're all under Alpha, because he's inspired us at some point to be
Yeah.
the way he is. So,
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at what he does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck,
If
he's
we're
good.
being
Just
honest.
Just
ask
ask him.
Just ask him.
Yeah.
Just ask him.
Yeah.
He's good.
So,
We did a little modelling shoot with Greg before for the new merch. I'll put some photo
little pickies down below,
examples.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
it's
miss
really good.
that.
Yeah.
Sick. Awesome. Love
extra
the
small
insight.
singlet.
Oh,
Like,
God.
yeah.
Those extra smalls. So today we wanted to get Britt on to answer a lot of questions that we get about nutrition. We actually had one in the gym this morning. Jolena, thanks for throwing a question in. She wants to know, which we'll get to that question, but she wants to know how alcohol affects you in the gym and how it can affect your journey. But I suppose we're going to cover the basics of dieting. We're going to talk about fad diets, because there's a lot of fad diets out there. And we're going to talk about, I think, probably the main thing that you've taught me, Britt, which is sustainability.
Yeah.
So whatever we give to our clients, we want it to fit your lifestyle. We want it to be sustainable, and we want to help you to reach your goals, but also maintain, and not have it feel too far out of reach or too confusing. So,
Yeah, cool.
So what would you say the basics of nutrition are? If someone, we'll go with weight loss because that's a common goal. What should people think about when they're looking to lose weight?
The main thing is, okay, are they ready to diet? Are they ready
Yeah.
to knuckle down? What kind of what position are they in to start with? Because a lot of people just wake up one day, or even New Year's resolutions are the biggest ones. They wake up and they're like, yeah, I'm doing this. And it's like, okay, that's good that you want to do that, but are you doing X, Y, Z before that kind of thing? So are you ready to diet? That's will be the major thing. Why are you dieting? Like, what for? Is it for you? Is it for someone else? Because that's going to make a big difference on like basically if you're going to be able to do it or not. So how I like to explain the basics to people is I always put my hands like this and I say, okay, so everyone has a maintenance. So if you stay on this level within calories, that you won't lose weight, but you won't gain weight either.
So one side's in, one side's out.
Yeah. So then if you're eating above that maintenance, you're going to gain weight.
Yeah.
If you're eating below that maintenance, you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I say calories, I'm not talking about like back in the day when my mum went to the gym around our ages, that it was you have to do the 800 calorie a day diet, 1,000 calorie a day diet to lose weight. The main thing we want you to be doing is we want you to eat the most amount of calories and food while still losing weight.
Yeah.
So that's our aim. So then
Without starving yourself.
Yes, that's basically where we want to start. That's a starting point, basically. And then after that, it comes down to your macro split. So our main 3 macros is our protein, carbs, and fats, and we normally like to keep protein pretty high.
Yeah.
So they're the main things that we want to look at. And then we kind of see from there what you like to eat. Keep things sustainable, as we said earlier. We want to keep it the way you normally eat now, but make it better. Basically.
Okay.
So keep things that you would eat every day, or if you eat with your family and things like that, how can you do things to make it fit in your lifestyle? Because if I give someone something that doesn't fit their lifestyle, it's not going to work.
True.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. If I give them foods that they don't like to eat, then they're not going to eat it.
It's
So
not
that's the
gonna
thing.
full
Yeah.
stop,
And if you're like me and loves chocolate and you go, oh, I'm going to go without chocolate for 2 weeks, what happens in 2 weeks? You binge eat chocolate.
That was my next
So,
question. How do you deal with people who, because I think a lot of people freak out about, I don't want to talk about nutrition, or I don't want to go to a PT because I don't want to have to give up dessert, I don't want to have to give up this.
Yeah.
Like, if someone says to you, I really love dessert, what do you do?
Make it work.
Make it
Yeah.
fit.
So I just literally say to someone, all right, give me 5 foods you can't live without. So what's something that you can't live without? So my thing is I can't live without chocolate, so I eat chocolate every day. So I make it work within my calories. So
smart,
I've just
sustainable.
literally.
No, that's a little better than the way I've been doing it. I've been like, hey, is there anything, like any snacks or something, or any treats you like? They're always like, nah, I'm good. I don't want treats. And I'm like, all right, sick, we'll see how you go on this then. Whereas if you ask, hey, what are your 5 favourite foods?
You
They're
put
gonna
it in
tell you
there.
anyway,
That's a
And
good
then you can
idea,
put it-
yeah.
okay,
And because people, when they think they're like going into a dieting phase, they go, oh, I can't have that. That's bad for me. Like, this isn't good. And it's funny. So many
It's like-
things that you think that are good for you can have more calories in
Than
what you
other
think
ones.
that is
True.
like, yeah, sometimes it might have more protein in it. Like my biggest thing personally is I don't like a protein bar because chocolate to me is chocolate. You can't replace
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I will sacrifice a bit of protein to have a chocolate bar because it's the same calories.
Yeah,
Because I'll
okay.
hit my protein somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, but if you can't hit your protein and you love a protein bar, then that works for you. But
Yeah.
personally for me, I will have a chocolate for those
Yeah.
calories.
Yeah.
For
Like,
sure.
that's just what I like. So
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you don't like chocolate, don't eat it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we do like to make it, and I like, even like, for example, like mums that come in or dads that come in and they say we have a meal with our family at night. So I go, perfect. We estimate what they would normally have, their serving
Yeah.
and stuff, and I will allow a certain amount to be there at the end of the day
Yeah.
so they can have it. So
Perfect.
that way they know. So they might have a bit of less food during the day, and we allow a certain amount depending if they're going out for dinners or things like that
Yeah.
as well. So,
And then it makes the whole goal achievable, and it's not too hard. They don't give up.
No.
They
Yeah.
don't
You
not
can
come back to the gym or
Yeah.
not come back to PT or it's. I suppose that we've said it so many times, but it's the key word is sustainable, right?
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
want people to stick to their plan. Yeah.
And then once they've done their dieting phase, it then becomes a normal thing for them. So they know how to do it, and they know why it works, and
Well,
they
it's
know
our
yeah
job to teach them,
yeah
really.
exactly. And
Yeah,
that's the main
exactly.
thing, and that's what we're all trying to do is
Yeah,
teach as
exactly.
many people to get away from the fad diets and
Yeah.
all the false information out there. And we're trying to
Carbs are the devil.
yeah, literally, like we're trying to
Yeah.
teach people to know why this works and why this is better and things
Yeah.
like that as well, and how to be normal people still
And
while
more often
dieting.
than not, like if you are eating, like I guess the better foods
Yeah.
or like a more sustainable diet,
Yeah.
your body's not gonna be like, it's gonna regulate itself. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be too hungry.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not gonna be
exactly.
overly hungry
Yeah.
and then start to binge on shit. If
Yeah.
you've got a good kind of
Yeah, if
moderate
you
amount of
balance
stuff.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's balanced, your body's gonna be pretty
Yeah.
good at staying in that kind of
Yeah,
balanced
exactly.
range
Yeah.
where you're at.
And I suppose that's a good point because people that do think that they have to eat 800 calories a day or 1,000 calories a day, your body starts to sacrifice where it puts its energy.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you start to, we spoke about it in episode 1, but your digestive system takes a hit,
Yeah.
your sleep, like everything.
Yeah.
Hormone production, like
Yeah.
everything just kind of
Like I've been there, done it. Like
Yeah.
I used to know that I could lose X amount in a week, binge eat on a weekend, and then start it all again during the week. So it was just that
Yeah.
cycle.
It's
If that couldn't
yeah.
work, I don't know why. I didn't know why that had worked for me. I didn't know the fact that
Yeah.
if I drop carbs that I'll lose water weight and things like that. I just
Yeah.
didn't know. But now I know why it works. And then I also know if I track my calories and what I'm eating, I can enjoy everything and just
Yeah.
know what it is. So,
Yeah.
and that's the thing that I want to make sure that everyone knows why that works or why this
Yeah.
diet works and why that diet works. So,
Yeah.
and it all comes down to energy balance.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I think that's the key. The key takeout
Yeah.
is energy balance.
Yeah.
Like you need to level out what you're putting out, what you're putting in. It's like a savings account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to put more money in your bank account, then you're gonna earn more money.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna spend it, then
You're not.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also kind of how the fad diets really work, though.
Yeah.
They take out a whole fucking food
Exactly.
group.
Yeah. Pretty
You're
much.
not eating this much food that you'd normally be eating anyway. You can't
Yeah.
be just left with these.
Yeah.
You're not going to be getting all those extra calories from the shit you were eating.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's also the reason why like shit like keto and paleo and that stuff.
Yeah, it
works,
all
'cause-
works. Yeah, exactly. So keto, literally, if you take away carbohydrates, say if you eat 4 pieces of bread a day, that might take 500 calories away. So if you're
Yeah.
going from eating 3,000 calories of food, but taking away your 500 calories
From
from bread, then you're in a deficit. That's why
Yeah,
these
exactly.
work. And if you feel better, if you feel better because of it, think about what kind of foods you're taking
Yeah.
out. So you taking out deep fried food, you taking
Yeah.
out things that make you don't like
Super
make yourself not
heavily
feel great.
processed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you feel better. So if you
Yeah.
and normally when you're going on a healthier or looking for healthier, you're like making yourself healthier, you're looking for better quality foods and
Yeah,
things like that. So you're
exactly.
going to feel better
True.
than
Yeah.
eating carbs as such. Where,
But it's
yeah,
more kind of like I don't know, I guess obscure kind of view. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm feeling better because I'm not eating the carbs, or I'm
Yeah.
feeling better. You're just not eating the processed
Yeah.
shit you were eating.
Exactly.
You're losing
Yeah.
weight because you're not fucking replenishing your
Yeah.
glycogen anyway. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
you don't get that associated water weight with carbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it all works.
My problem with keto though is that I've got a lot of friends that have done it and family members, but you can't sustain it.
yeah,
And you do end up binge eating
Yeah.
because you like everyone like carbs are important.
Yeah.
They're not evil.
Yeah.
Also super anabolic too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you'll see that with a bunch of like bodybuilders or people doing the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
You know, they'll start to throw in like honey and shit because, you know,
Yeah.
they need
They
their
need
carbs
more
from
carbs.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see like definitely, you know,
And if, say, if you're a person who doesn't move a lot and things like that,
Yeah.
having a bit lower carb might be a bit more beneficial for
Yeah.
you, but at the same time, still have them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't
You can't
just
cut
take
out
out
a
a
whole
food group.
food
And
group.
same
Yeah.
thing with why dairy, people feel gross having dairy, they cut it out, they feel better because they're not having, 2 litres of chocolate milk every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, these
Yeah.
things will
I'll
make
that
you
shit.
feel
I love
sick.
that.
Like, you don't feel great after it. That's the thing.
what are you talking about?
You wouldn't. I've been there, done that too. That's the thing. So, these are
Yeah.
the things you don't feel good having certain things.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it all comes into as one. But if you kind of still have little bits of those things, you still feel fine
Yeah.
without cutting out a food group.
Yeah.
Same with fasting, for example. A lot of people you're just taking away your breakfast calories. So say if you eat a shitload of food for breakfast and you take away that 1,000 calories from your breakfast, you're now
Yeah.
gone from 3,000 calories to 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
You are now in a deficit. So,
Yeah.
And then even if you don't change your food and you go, oh, I'm losing weight without changing my diet, but you're going from not doing any steps, not exercising, you just increase your energy output. So that's a different
Just
way of
another
doing
way
it
to-
too.
True.
So some people, if you've
Back
never,
down.
if you never actually exercise, then if you start exercising, you could still eat the same amount of calories you're eating, but you're just moving more.
Yeah.
So then it puts you in a deficit anyway.
And that
Yeah,
is
exactly.
also another technique we can use with clients
Yeah.
too, though. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
if someone's not ready for a diet, we
Yeah.
just say, hey, keep eating exactly
Yeah.
what you're eating. Like, write it down in a journal, but keep eating
Yeah.
that. We're just going to jack up your activity.
Yeah, literally.
Which again is energy balance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're just
so
managing how much
Increasing
you're
that
moving.
output, keeping
Yeah.
that input the same.
Yeah.
Same kind of deal.
Yeah.
Just the other way.
Yeah.
Do your morning walk. Go back to episode 6 last week. Do your
Yeah.
wellness habits. Do your lunchtime walk.
Do your lunchtime walks. Do your after work walk. Walk to work.
Yeah.
So many different
if you
things.
can.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk from the coast to Sydney.
So,
Fuck yeah.
so if someone comes to you and they say, I've been doing keto or I've been doing intermittent fasting or
Yeah.
paleo, do you suggest, okay, let's talk about the foods that you like, let's move you into a different style of meal plan, or do you?
Yeah, so what I would suggest to them, I asked them why first.
Yeah.
Did they
Yeah.
choose that? So I want to know where they got it from, who
Is there
told
any
them to
reason
do
they're
it.
doing
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So I find out the why, and then I suggest, okay, is it working for you? Because
Yeah.
if they're coming to me, sometimes it's not working.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to go to the next step, and then I'll explain why that works.
Yeah.
And I say, well, if you're missing this, let's add it in. So
Yeah.
I do the whole hand thing, and I go, does that make sense? And
Yeah.
so I
Slow
try
it
and
down.
I literally be
Yeah.
like,
You're
if you,
talking to children.
yeah,
People
literally.
don't-
Yeah, you're literally
Yeah.
going to be talking to someone who has no idea what you're talking about. So
'Cause
you need to be as slow as you can, which is
That is
hard because I
something
talk
that-
fast. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's something that kind of trips coaches up too. Is like the people you're talking to don't know this
Yeah.
shit. Like you do have to.
And
talk
that's
to
not
them.
an offense. Like when Hayden says talking to children, that's not an
Like-
offensive thing. It's just that we have to remember that we have to break it down because
Yeah.
there are people that come to us that have industries that we have no idea
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Like we just have. It's our job to break it down and explain it. And I really like the way that you do the
Yeah.
in-out
Yeah.
I
maintenance.
train accountants. I still got no idea how fucking tax works.
Yeah.
Like,
Hayden talks to me half the time. I have no idea what the fuck he's saying. So I just look at him like,
He's too
okay,
smart for
yeah,
all of us.
literally. I'm like, that's a fancy word. I don't need to know that because my clients won't need to know
That's a
that. But
big
you
word,
know
but-
it, so it's good.
Good
It's
on
good
ya.
for you. But yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. We like to, basically make it as basic because at the end of the day, it is basic, but there's
It
so
is,
much
yeah.
things, so many things out there
That
that
kind
make
of,
it
yeah,
hard to
come into
be.
it.
Yeah, then
I
that's
mean,
the thing.
It's basic principles, but then why are those principles like
Yeah.
what they are? There is
Yeah,
a lot behind
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Like everything works.
Yeah, and I suppose
do it right.
if you do it right and you stick to it, and that's where sustainability comes
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
it. But
Again.
I suppose if you break it down, the more weight that you hold, if you're really in that obese bracket, your hormone balance is completely out, so you don't even know when you're full anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you've got no idea.
See, yeah.
Your
and
levels are
that's-
completely.
Yeah, I guess a bit out of my scope too. Like, I've got no idea how hormones affect.
Yeah.
Like, really young
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Well, the more fat cells you have, the more hormones you're putting out, and you would know more about this than I do, but your leptin and your ghrelin is just completely out
Yeah.
of whack. Like you don't know when you're hungry, you don't know when
Yeah.
you're full, you don't know.
You're so used to just eating whatever you want, whenever you want, not
Yeah.
moving, things like that, not having routine as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it
a
makes
lot
it
of
hard.
times, that's also kind of when the mindful eating comes into it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, like, a
So
lot of people
true.
you see who are in that obese or morbidly
Yeah.
obese range
Yeah.
aren't, I guess, A, doing much with their day.
Yeah.
Or they're B, like, occupied while they're eating.
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many fat people.
Yeah.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
Like if I even find myself, if I'm on my phone while I'm eating, I'll finish my meal and I'll be like, oh,
Is that it?
Yeah.
it's done.
Wait, there's
But
more.
if you actually focus,
And chew your food.
chew your food.
Yeah.
20
Yeah, what
chews
is
or whatever
it? Yeah.
it is. 20 chews or whatever
Yeah,
Greg does.
yeah. And that's the thing, you like, it's,
Make
as
it
you said,
mushy.
mindful eating, like,
Yeah.
and you're having that time, like, you're thinking about yourself as well. Like, it's something,
Yeah.
you're not in a rush, you're slowing
Yeah.
down for
Yeah.
that 5-10 minutes. Like,
It's your time.
yeah, but there's
That's
so many like different people out there where it can't like people's work lives are hard or they don't get a lunch break and like there's all these different
Yeah.
things.
Shit's what
And
I
if
do.
you are a business owner or you have a company, let them have lunch breaks, let them have these breaks because your staff are going to work
Please.
so much better
Yeah.
when they're healthier.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like more companies need to put in place things for their staff to make them healthier because if they're healthier, they're happier, their energy levels are better, their
Yeah.
mood's better, work's better, they're going to make you more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. They're more productive. Like
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
make it it easy
Senior
for
coach
them.
Britt has spoken.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sydney
Be
Coach
better.
Bruce gonna put
And
some
yeah,
corporate deals
yeah,
together.
literally, if you want Alpha to come have a chat to your employees,
Yes.
hook us up.
We'll
Like
set up
we're
a
right here.
presentation
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
We'll get the
literally.
If
whiteboard
I
out,
would
the
send
stick.
anyone in to talk to my boss, it would be you.
Yeah.
Because you just like,
I bet. Listen,
Don't talk to
David,
Greg.
yeah, this is what we're
Greg,
doing, mate. So let's lay it all out.
I love
but
it.
yeah, it's a
It's
good
true,
thing.
though.
Yeah, it is. And I have so many people that come in who catch a train, then sit at a desk, and then catch a train home, and then at 6:30, and they come and see me, and they just look depressed because they're just
just
so
rattled from
their
the
whole
day.
day has just been, and they don't have like they go to coffee for breakfast, and they go to the cafe,
Yeah.
and same thing for lunch, and it's just all
Yeah.
this stuff, and it's just the same thing every day, like,
Day
and there's
in,
just
day
no change where if they, even as simple as going outside and getting some sun in your day, like
Makes
how
a
much
lot of
better does that
difference.
make you feel? So if you're not
Yeah.
even doing that, then that's a problem. And if you're at work and you're not eating lunch because you keep working, you're in an office all day, get your staff to go outside for 10 minutes because
Yeah.
they're going to be happier, they're going to be healthier, they're going to get their vitamin D, like work will be
True.
better. So
This has turned into our lifestyle.
yeah,
podcast.
I know.
literally. Both.
The rehab.
Well, it comes
It
into
all-
both.
it
That's the
all
thing.
It
goes
does,
together.
yeah, it
If you got a
does.
shit lifestyle, you've probably got shit nutrition. You've got shit nutrition, you've got shit lifestyle. So
Mate, everything's connected.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, and
exactly.
this
I'm
is the
just
thing,
drawing
like-
dots like a crazy guy. Up
Yeah,
on the board.
yeah.
But it's true though. Like if you've come in for a consult, you would know, and if you do come in for a consult, which we encourage you to do,
Yes.
you will find out that we have a lot of questions around lifestyle, about your sleep. You're a bit thirsty there, Hato. Do you want some of my,
Oh,
do you want some of my water?
Thank you very much. Oh, nice.
Break your glass.
Sucks it.
We have a lot of questions around lifestyle. So it'd be like, what time do you get in bed? What time do you actually fall asleep? What time do you get out of bed? How much sun do you get each day?
Yeah.
We
What-
also do nutritional, like daily
Yeah,
diary
literally
things.
ask-
Daily
Yeah.
diary, like what do you eat for breakfast?
Yeah,
What do you eat for
like-
lunch? Like, are you stressed? What do you do when you're stressed? Because
Sleep,
it's
like
Yeah.
or
Get some
everything,
sleep,
like
have a
yeah.
nap.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sleep, we'll touch on what
Yeah.
was the question that we got about the alcohol?
Alcohol,
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, just for context, we got a question earlier from Jolena about alcohol and how that affects, I guess, how that affects your
Well, she
diet.
wanted to know specifically how it affects dieting, but also, she mentioned that even if she has a glass of wine the next day in the gym, she feels like shit. So how it affects your absorption of micronutrients, protein, and just what place it plays in nutrition.
Yeah. So with dieting, it comes down to energy balance. So people will actually, as we were saying before, I can't go without chocolate. Some people can't go without wine. So
Yeah.
they'll actually fit wine into their calories.
We're not here to stop you living your
And
life.
and they'll
is
make
just
it work.
calories.
Shout out
So-
to Angela. She does that very
yeah,
well.
Angela, yes. Every weekend, every night. But yes, that's the thing. So that's their lifestyle. They enjoy having a glass of wine. It winds them down. It might be a de-stress for some people and things like that. Yeah, so that's how it affects dieting. So obviously if you drink too much alcohol, liquid calories count as well. So just be mindful of what you're drinking. So
Choose lower calorie
yeah,
options,
find a lower calorie wine, things like that. Chuck water in it, that way.
Yeah.
Water it down a little bit as
Just
well.
Some
run.
ice cubes.
Yeah,
Don't
like
drink wine
things
'cause
like
it's fucking chat.
I like a good Moscato.
I like a good red.
Yeah, and a red was nice the other night.
Handpicked,
So
you like that, didn't
yeah,
you?
I did.
Yeah.
And then obviously it can affect you in the gym as if you are having a few drinks and things like that. Does it affect your sleep? Most likely. If you're a bit hungover or like anything like that, then you're probably going to have more of a shitter meal the next day. So that can affect things. You just don't feel great.
It purely just comes into recovery.
Yeah.
Because if you're, got alcohol in the system, you're not going to be getting that deep REM sleep.
Yeah.
That's true,
It's just going to impact your recovery.
Yeah.
And that's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
You're only affected while you're drinking or while you're hungover or processing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't throw you off too bad.
Yeah,
as long as you haven't gone over your calories.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly. And basically, if you've got performance goals, think about what things will help with your performance goals. And if you're just,
if recovering is a big one.
Yeah, if you're just living your best life, then like you'd be sweet having a few reds.
If you're not
but,
involved,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, if you're
having a good
hating,
time.
If you're hating. That makes sense.
Mm.
So, I mean, it does. Everything comes down to energy balance, as you said. But Hayden, you were saying before about the absorption or using. Your body wants to use alcohol.
Your body just wants to metabolize the alcohol before it starts metabolizing anything else you ate. So it kind of prioritizes that over the other shit you've eaten.
Yeah.
So that just kind of gets put on the back burner. It really just does come down to calories.
Yeah.
It can kind of impede your muscle protein synthesis because obviously your body's not processing all the good nutrients you need, like your protein, like your carbs, like your fats. But it's all just put on the back burner, really.
Yeah.
And you're only really affected while you're drinking or hungover.
Yeah.
So,
but if you really like a glass of wine with dinner, we're going to help you make it
Yeah,
work.
we'll make it
we want
work.
you to be
I'm not going
happy.
to tell you stop living your life,
Yeah.
hey?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we all have our vices.
Unless you're competing. I feel like that's the only time we would tell a client.
Yeah,
Really
even,
to be strict.
It drives you out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
diuretic.
okay.
Yes,
There you
yeah,
go.
I was going to say there's like calorie wise, it's not like you could be better because once you start getting lower in calories, you want to be trying to give yourself that
You
True.
want
as much as you can.
Usable kind
But at the same time, some people I do know have comp prep, making sure they include their wines.
Yeah,
in. So
right.
it just depends on the person. But if you like, it would be the first thing I would want to put in, basically.
Yeah.
But it depends, like lifestyle.
really needs it.
Yeah, basically, like help them sustain through
Yeah.
it. Yeah, whatever the fuck that word is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sustain.
Yeah, that.
Sustain. Is that
yeah.
a word we've come back to 5
Yeah,
times
yeah,
already?
literally. So
So if it helps them sustain that dieting
Yeah.
phase or
then do it.
So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts? We have touched on it before, but I'm going to ask you because you're our resident specialist.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on if someone's hit their goal weight,
Yeah.
do you put them back up to maintenance or do you gradually reverse diet them?
I prefer to put them to their new maintenance.
Yeah.
So say, for example, if they weighed 100 kilos and they now weigh 80 kilos, I'll redo their TDEE and then that will give me their new maintenance number, calories. Yep. And then I just put them straight to that one.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that way they shouldn't gain weight because that's their, obviously if they're increasing carbohydrates and things like that, they'll put
replenish your glycogen.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna put a bit more water.
Yeah,
in.
so if you're eating more carbs just because your calories have gone up, then you're going to
It's-
gain a couple of kilos anyway.
But it's going to be intramuscular.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
going to
exactly. Yeah.
And I think that comes back to the point of if you take photos and measurements and you're not just going off the scale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you do clothes, if you think that you've gained weight and you put on like a pair of jeans that you couldn't fit into that you now can, try them on and you'll realize, oh, I haven't actually gained weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also find if you're been knuckling down for like 8 to 12 weeks in a dieting phase, the last thing you want to do is reverse diet week
Yeah.
by
Spend
week.
yourself-
Like
stay
that
in that
means
kind
it's
of-
24 weeks. Like unless
Yeah.
you're competing, it's
True.
not fucking worth it. Like
Yeah.
literally
Even
for your
then,
mental
just go
health.
straight
Like
back up to
yeah,
maintenance.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You're
Like
stuck
that's
in
the
this
thing.
prison for so
Yeah.
much longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it easy. It makes it easier for yourself.
Yeah,
Like just
exactly.
literally go straight back to your
Also
Yeah.
makes it a bit
baseline.
more sustainable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Instead of drawing out that reverse dieting period
Yeah.
and then potentially just fucking it up and going
Yeah.
back to a shit diet halfway through,
Yeah.
just jump back up to
Yeah.
maintenance. You're eating a lot more food anyway. You're
Yeah.
not kind of restricted at all. It just feels a lot better. It's more sustainable.
And
you're not going to blow
Name
out.
one person who's actually reverse dieted properly.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
Like no one does
exactly.
it because it's not sustainable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Exactly.
The thing. So
And it's like
imagine
a
going
goal.
from eating 1,200 calories and then, oh, this week I get to eat 1,400
Yeah, I know. You'd be like, is it
how
really worth
exciting.
it?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Just fucking go back
Yeah,
up to
literally.
16.
Yeah.
Or whatever
I
your
feel
number
like
is.
it's also this, at the end of the 12 weeks, I get to have this many calories every single day.
Yeah.
This is...
you get to enjoy it and enjoy foods that still fit your calories but make
Yeah.
it work. So like a lot of people take oats out of a morning when they get to that lower side and then they're like, oh, I get to enjoy my oats again now. And they look forward to enjoying or look forward to enjoying a bigger meal out and things like that as
Yeah.
well, or enjoying something that they know is a bit more higher calorie but don't feel like they're going to undo all their work from it and
Yeah,
things like that
true.
too. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on diet breaks or refeed days?
Basically, it comes down to how long you've been dieting for, what your goals are, and things like that. Some people need it, on the regular. Some people can go, just literally to make themselves feel better and things like that. They've got an event on and stuff like that as well. But some people don't need to do it, and some people do need to do it.
If you've got a party coming up or something.
Yeah, or a wedding or something like that.
What's one day out of 9 weeks of the deficit?
Exactly.
You might blow out that week of calories, but
we can make it work for the other week.
We can either drop you down the rest of the couple of weeks. We can prepare you by dropping down the couple of weeks leading into it, so you have that spike. But it's one day out of however many days in 9 weeks, 12 weeks.
Exactly.
And I always say communicate with us as trainers, because that way we know what your lifestyle is going to be. So if you reckon for the next 10 weeks you want to really knuckle down, hectic. But if you have like a wedding, you let me know, because I'm going to make it work for you, and we're still going to get really good results at the end. But you got to let me know. You can't be like on Friday, Britt, I'm going to a wedding tonight, and then I'm like, shit, what have we just done?
There goes
like,
literally. There goes that deficit.
So I'm like, that's the thing where I can plan it before and after, but then instead of going, shit, how can we kind of fix that the week after, we can make it a bit more sustainable by evening it out over a couple of weeks and things like that.
Just be honest with what you've got coming up.
Yeah, so it just depends. So so a refeed is normally more than 2 days. And then a diet break can be up to a week to 2 weeks and things like that.
Okay,
so that's the difference between the two of them, just to clarify that.
Refeeds.
Yeah, weekend refeeds are quite good. I normally, if I'm in a dieting phase, I will be in a deficit for, say, the Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, I refeed.
Yeah.
But during soccer season, I'm just too hungry to even think about dieting. So it's
you wouldn't need to, right?
Yeah, I'm just literally on that maintenance train and my energy out. Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, literally. So once summer comes around, we'll do we'll do the alpha shred with all of our clients. So yeah, it'd be good.
We've got to put Hayden on a shred.
Yeah.
I'm on a shred. What are you talking about?
Oh, really? Shit. Who's your PT? Shit.
I think that though that's a really good point that you touched on in there, and I used it on our Instagram channel the other day. That you said in our staff meeting, if you pop one tire, you don't then go pop all three and just let your car sit in the gutter. Yeah.
If you have one bad meal, you're not going to throw out the whole rest of your fucking day or the whole rest of your week.
And if you do it, literally, and don't feel like you have to be like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I've let my trainer down. I've let this down. We're like, cool, shit happens. We do it all the time.
Also
we're all
don't
good.
punish
Like,
yourself either.
and don't feel like you need to go on the stepper and
come into the exercise to punish yourself with exercise.
Because once again, been there, done that doesn't work.
And it
literally, that's
it
the
messes
thing.
with your psychology around training or around dieting, because you feel like you're just in a prison or you're in a punishment box.
And we want to make your training, your food, we don't want to make it like it's a chore, or you have to eat like this, or you have to train like this.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, we want to make it like, fuck yes, we're going to the gym today. Fuck yes, I'm going to have a whole container of rice this afternoon. Like, what more do you want? Like, I'm going to have fucking Nutella on toast. Like, and that's the thing. So you want to think of it as like, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm enjoying what I'm eating, I'm enjoying what I'm training, and then not like, here we are again. Back into it.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, literally, like, this is it. Like,
I had a client that said that he was willing to give up the beer, he was willing to give up everything, but he was like, I really need my toasties. Yeah. So we did it. Yeah. I gave him 2 toasties. Yeah. Every second day he gets 2 toasties for lunch, and he's sustaining it. Yeah. He's loving it. So
that's the thing. Like, if it's weight loss, then it's worth that. Like, it's not like if it's something to do with building a lot of muscle and things like that, then protein is something we'll look at. But really, he can still his protein in other meals and things as well. And if he loves a toasty, have a toasty.
Yeah.
Win-win.
You also do got to talk about, like, it does come a time in a diet, or if you're prepping for something, where you just got to knuckle down. Yeah. You can't have all these distractions.
You don't have, like, probably the last, say if you're in a 10-week phase, maybe the last 2 weeks or like 12 weeks or whatever.
But it also depends what your goal is.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
If you've got a deadline, do you have a deadline? Do you need to lose an extra 2 kilos?
Yeah, for sure.
Because there will be a time where you will be a bit uncomfortable with like, okay, like, I'm actually struggling now. Like, it's not going to be easy, but we're going to make it as easy as we can until a point. And then that point won't last for very long because you nailed it for the first half. Yeah. And then once you get to this point, we're like, perfect. Once you know, like, we know you had enough or you hit your deadline, we just take you back up. And then we can kind of start again. So we kind of like say
we can do phases.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a better way to do it anyway. Because then you can kind of maintain that kind of midway weight. Like, I tell my clients who have got to lose like more than 20 kilos, the same thing. Like, we'll take about 12 weeks, we'll lose about half of what we need. we'll maintain for another month
Yeah.
or so, then we'll take another 12 weeks, try to get down
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
same, like,
Good
And
way
I
to
guess
do
that's
it.
where a
Reckon
diet
it
break
into-
comes into it.
Yeah.
well, that's
Just
exactly
have that
it.
mental health
Maintain.
time.
Yeah.
But it's also good just to, get into the right headspace of like, okay, this is how we eat. This is,
Yeah.
some good practices we have.
Yeah.
Let's solidify these at this weight before we try to push it too far and we're actually,
Yeah. With tracking and things like that, once you don't have to do it forever.
Yeah.
So when we say track your calories and count calories, it's not a forever thing.
Yeah.
It's like we want you to learn how to track.
Prepare a
We want
good
you to
meal.
learn
Yeah.
as well how many calories are in certain foods, whether it says 97% fat free or less sugar. It could
Yeah.
have more than the actual sugar version. It just
Yeah.
depends on what food it is. So we want to teach you what nutrients is in certain foods, and then you can kind of make it everyday occurrence and know roughly what's in it by
And then
eyeballing it and not being too
Keep a
stressed out.
routine too.
Yeah.
Like then when
Yeah,
you come off your diet
absolutely.
and you're not tracking, you still know,
Yeah.
you're going to use yay much meat or a rough amount of this much
Yeah.
meat in each meal. This
Yeah.
won't be. But you're still going to be eating the same, similar
Yeah.
kind of structured meals
Yeah.
as we gave you.
Yeah.
Because they work.
Yeah.
They're satisfying. They fill you up. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the best way to do it, and it's all a learning curve, and that's the thing.
is,
and
yeah.
look, there are non-tracking options which we can talk about and go a part 2 podcast.
Yeah.
But to start with, I really would like to get people to acknowledge what they're eating, because it's
Yeah.
really easy to sit there and say, "Oh, I can't track my calories," but really they don't know what they're having, and that's the hard part is
Yeah.
they don't actually know what
Absolutely.
they're consuming. So
Yeah.
that's the thing, and it makes it, because you don't. It's not until my mum did it the other day. She was like, "Brittany, nachos. Oh my gosh." I was like, "Kel, I know." I was like, "Corn chips, cheese." I'm like, pick one or the
Yeah.
other, corn chips
Yeah.
or cheese, because it had to fit a calorie. So I was like, this is what you do. You make a
Yeah.
decision. Okay, do I want corn chips? Do I want cheese? Can I make it? Is there a different way I can make it with less calories? Like
Yeah.
it's just. For that one meal, she wanted to make it fit. And I said, so
Yeah.
instead of going, "Oh, no, you can't have that," make a decision what you wanted, what you didn't want kind
Yeah.
of thing. So,
And you
yeah.
could even, there are even some meals that, especially Luke, my partner, if he knows that he really wants, I don't know, like chicken wraps, like Mexican
Yeah.
Doritos or something
Yeah.
for dinner, he'll be like, "Okay, I'm having a lean breakfast, I'm having a lean
Yeah.
lunch, I'm going to cut the snacks and enjoy my dinner."
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the
just how,
That's how you do it.
Weekends,
Yeah.
that's the main thing. Like, maybe push your eating window back until, if you eat at 7 a.m. every morning, push it back to 10:30, 11, have a bit of a meal, have a snack,
Exactly.
enjoy dinner. So that way you can have a few drinks at dinner, enjoy a normal meal, and be a normal person, live a
Yeah.
normal lifestyle, but still get the results you want as well.
exactly, that's
Yeah.
what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, so I'm dieting at the moment. I'm tracking Monday through Friday, but
Yeah.
then Saturday, Sunday, I'm not tracking.
Yeah.
But I'm eating similar meals as I was
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. It just kind of helps drop that kind of fatigue
Yeah.
of, fuck, I've got to put this into my app. Or,
Yeah.
do I record that?
Yeah.
your teaspoon of custard.
Like, my teaspoon of custard. Fuck, how
Hayden
much
had-
custard can I... No, oh my
Hayden
God.
had enough calories the other day that he was like, "Oh yeah, I get some custard,"
This
and then
was
when he
my
weighed it
last
out,
diet.
Yeah.
it was like
It was
10
like-
grams.
Yeah, I was like, I had 50 grams or like 20 grams or something like that of custard. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm going to make this fit. Weighed it out. It was like a single dollop of custard went into my
Dollop.
bowl. And I'm just like, oh fuck. It was literally like a teaspoon of custard.
But you still
And
enjoyed
I
it,
still ate
didn't
it.
ya?
I
Yeah.
just chucked it in my... I left
Yeah.
it in my mouth for fucking ages.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going
I
to
was
let
like,
this sit here.
Just going to let it ooze down the back
Yeah.
of my throat.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
funny. But yeah, so
yeah.
that's the thing.
You get to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But even like, I'm pretty good at knowing what's in certain foods, like how many calories are in certain foods and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I'm actually on a dieting phase, I will track Monday to Friday at least,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's that
okay.
accountability
Yeah.
for
It
myself.
benefits you.
Yeah, and then if something goes wrong, I can go, okay, what is it? Why have I gained weight this week? Is it because I had more carbohydrates? Is it because I've got my period? Is it
Yeah.
because I literally ate too much food, or I under-tracked or something like
Yeah.
that, where I should have over-tracked? So,
But also,
you know,
under-tracking's a big thing.
yeah,
Like,
that's the thing.
I've noticed, like, I've had to pull myself up on
Yeah.
it too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll put 20 grams of sauce on. I'm
And
like,
lick the
there's
sauce something.
There's a little
Yeah.
bit in the lid, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
What do they say? Like lips and sucks.
Yeah.
Licks and sucks.
Yeah.
Licks and sucks count.
Yeah,
as
literally,
well.
that's the
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I've got a bit of peanut butter left in my teaspoon. Just,
yeah.
Lick that.
That's the thing, which is another 50
Yeah.
calories.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
so
And
you
it
have
creeps
to,
up.
yeah, it does, and it all adds up. If that's 50 calories a day,
yeah, exactly.
whatever the math is on
That's
that a
an
week.
extra 7 times
Exactly.
5,
Like,
350 calories
yeah,
a week.
we can end up
That's-
being a lot.
That's a
That's a
lot.
lot, yeah.
Like that's a lot to go over.
I think
Yeah.
that's 5 times 3. 5 times 3.
You're asking the wrong
No,
person.
15.
mate.
150 calories.
we are
of-
not.
Yeah,
people
I
that-
can't.
7
that's not
times 3.
150.
7 times 3. Oh, fuck.
Mate, look, sometimes when you're around me,
7 times
what I'm
50.
like rubs off on people. So like I can't I can't.
It is
Spell,
350.
can't
It is
talk.
350. 7 times
7 times
50.
3 is 21.
No, 7 times 50
Oh,
is
5,
350.
10,
I was
15,
right.
20, 25, 30, 35, 350, right there.
yeah.
Hey, Todd.
Who's
Thanks.
Todd?
Quick
Maths
maths.
teacher.
Quick math.
Toddy.
But yeah, so nah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think all of that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please reach out to us because we can help you.
yeah.
But I suppose the key thing is please don't try a fad diet that isn't going to be sustainable,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Energy balance.
Yeah, and
We
have a
can
chat
make it
to
work
us as
for
well,
you.
like,
Yeah.
and let us, if you want to know a certain diet or the next phase or a book you read or your friend's mum did this and lost 20 kilos, have a chat to us first and we can
Yeah.
explain why that happens, what works for you, lifestyle goals and
The
things
mechanisms
like that.
behind it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, why or what you can expect.
Yeah,
out
and
of
we
it,
can
darling.
simplify it a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we haven't even touched on today, which
Yeah.
we will have future podcasts and things like that.
We're going to do
But-
a part 2, so give
Yeah.
us your questions.
And as like a start, this is good, but
Yeah.
there's so much more.
So
Like,
much
there-
to
yeah,
cover.
so
So
much
much
more.
to
And there's
cover.
always
Yeah.
going to be more stuff and always more studies out and new
Yeah.
things out and stuff like that.
the
And
fitness
yeah,
industry is always evolving.
Yeah,
Like, there
exactly.
is always shit
That's what I
coming
love
out.
about
Yeah.
it. There's so many studies.
Yeah.
You gotta stay on your toes, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One minute you're right about something, the next minute, oh, actually, this is what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
but at
good
least
fun.
this stuff that we've spoken about today should always
It's-
be right.
Yeah, sure.
Touch
Exactly.
wood. Touch wood.
Touch
but
wood.
yeah, so but no, it's good.
But I like that you touched on, carbs aren't the devil. So
Yeah,
please remember
eat
that.
carbs, eat your fats, don't have fad diets,
Don't
Think about
get
what your
involved.
goals are, make them work for you. If you're in a diet and feeling like shit your first week, you're probably on the wrong diet.
Yeah.
If
You
you have to
probably
cut
need
out a
more
food
than-
group, then that's pretty shit.
Probably on the
Unless you
wrong diet.
literally, if you can cut out dairy if you're dairy intolerant because that makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
But if you're not dairy intolerant, don't fucking cut out dairy unless
you care about the planet, go vegan or
literally.
whatever.
Yeah. So that's the thing, and it's good.
Amazing.
Good.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Britt.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for
and
coming on,
I'll
Britt.
see you for part 2.
We are going to do a part 2. So send us in your questions.
Follow Britt on Instagram. What's your...
It's at Brit_Smith_ASP, but it will change once I get my qualifications. So
when we get there.
yeah,
Yeah,
once.
in about a month.
yeah.
But right now,
But
But
right now,
it's
yeah.
Brit_Smith_ASP.
Yeah, best way to contact me probably is email
Which is
brit@alphastrengthphysique.com.au.
with a double T.
Yeah,
2 T's.
2 T's. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 T's, reckon.
Yeah.
Two Ts. That's gonna
Alright,
be your new.
yeah.
That's a new...
And it's like, hey Brit.
It's like Alpha 2 T's.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like way back at Erina.
Yeah.
In that photo.
Oh, bless you.
Bless me.
Kill me.
I'm gonna try and find that and I'll put it.
I've got it on my
Oh, do
Instagram.
you?
Yeah.
We'll put it in.
We'll enter it here.
Yeah.
Team
Yeah.
Alpha.
Team Alpha.
Thanks for listening to another podcast, everyone. We're going to shut it off now. You can find us on Instagram at Alpha Strength Physique. You got Coach Lizzie B and at Coach Hayden Thompson. And then if you've got any questions for Britt, we got at Brit_Smith_ASP.
Or send her an email.
Or send her an email
Yeah.
at Britt with 2 T's at alphastrengthandphysique.com.
.au.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll
Thank
see you
you,
next
Britt.
For episode 8.
Even I knew
Yes.
that.
Episode 8. Because I know how many we've recorded.
Yeah.
Have a good week.